Hello and welcome to Tuesday's programme.
Coming up tonight between now and 6:30.
Good evening. Construction work on the Stadium for Cornwall could start in the next few months after councillors voted to put £3 million into the project.
The Cornish Pirates, Truro City and Truro and Penwith College have already pledged £6 million, and the hope is that the government will now provide the final £3 million needed.
Well, our reporter Steve Hardy is live at the site in 3 Milestone on the outskirts of Truro Forest Live this evening. Steve, it's taken 13 years to get to this point. Just to remind us how important this stadium is to sport in Cornwall.
Well, let's cross live now to Westminster and speak to our political correspondent David Wood. So, David, the important question now is, does it look like the government will support the project with that final £3 million?
Let's move on to other news now. And a man has died after a boat fell on him at Weymouth Sailing Club. The boat...
Police are warning beachgoers in Cornwall to be careful after several boxes of ammunition were found washed up.
Plans to demolish a seafront hotel in Newquay and replace it with housing have been rejected by Cornwall Council.
Next tonight, there are fears that jobs could be lost because of a dramatic fall in trade after storms destroyed a section of the A379 at Slapton.
Well, the road is still partially closed 6 weeks after wind, rain and high seas combined to break the surface apart. Well, the government has pledged £2.5 million to repair it, as Claire Manning now reports. Now you're watching ITV News here in the West Country with John T and Kylie. Thanks for joining us this evening. Plenty more still to come before 6:30, including...
And the ITV News continues with the national and the international stories at 6:30. Here's Mary Nightingale with the details.
But next tonight, it's day 2 of the People's Project, the chance for your vote to help a group here in the West Country win up to £50,000. Now, the People's Project is a collaboration between ITV and the Big Lottery Fund. And over the last 13 years, we've given away more than £34 million to worthy causes across the country, including many here in the West Country.
Well, over the course of this week, we'll be showing you 5 films, each vying for your vote. Details of that coming up. Today, we feature Devon's Memory Cafe Consortium. Their project, Memory Cafe Matters, will run special training for the volunteers who run the memory cafes across the county.
Now, Plymouth's Matthew Dixon was among Britain's Commonwealth Games winners who arrived back in the UK today.
Yes, Matt, who won 2 silver medals on the Gold Coast, has been talking to our reporter Chloe Keedy, who was there to greet him at Heathrow Airport.
Now look who's back. Yep.
There he is, in the flesh.
Alex, you're back from Dancing on Ice. Now, we're going to talk to you in a minute, but let's just have a look at some of your best bits. There are a lot of them. Let's have a look. A couple of things you won't be able to live down.
Yeah.
That mine.
And the fall.
Guess what?
Yeah.
We're talking about pretty decent.
We're talking about the
some sunshine, right? Yeah, actually over the next...
Alex, thanks very much. Great to have you back on our screens.
Thank you.
Now, before we go, let's remind you of the main headlines here in the West Country this evening. And
that's all from us this evening. I'll be back, though, with the late news. That's at the usual time of 10:30.
After the break, the ITV News continues with Mary Nightingale. From all of us on the programme, have a lovely evening. We'll see you tomorrow at 6. Bye-bye.